Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe. And everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. I think I repeated that, but that's okay. Tarot is a tool, is not the final rule. So let's have an empty cup while you're on this channel. You want to see what's up. Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe, or to come on over and subscribe to the channel. Because there is no space in this place for everyone to be notified. Okay? Yes, because sometimes we are connecting and mingling with foes and pros, and we don't know. Okay? Okay. Okay. All right, collective. We're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, we're starting off with the Wheel of Fortune here. So there's some things that are moving for you, but these things. Somebody has a surprise. All right, spirits. How is this ring? How is this reading about to go? Oh, this ring. Somebody getting married. I said, how's this ring? Somebody getting married. The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody is looking for a proposal. Somebody is, and that kind of looks like a veil on top of that cabbage patch. Doesn't that look like a veil? And I just said ring. So there are no coincidences, just confirmation. This is the Wheel of Fortune energy. So somebody could be possibly receiving a proposal or about to propose. Or maybe you're waiting, male or female, for the right time to propose. Yes, sometimes women propose as well. You're waiting for the right time to propose to someone. You could be engaged. What? No, about to get engaged. Okay, that's for somebody. But with the wheel changing, I heard surprise. So there's some kind of surprise with the wheel. It's in the upright. Okay, so that's positive energy there. Okay. Whatever the surprise is, this is something with the Hierophant energy that is going to put you in authority. Okay. You're going to be showing all your brains. Literally showing all your brains, okay? But it's going to put you in a position of leadership. So this could be you wanting to start a project, maybe open a business. There's something that you've been wanting to do, but it's going to happen for you by surprise when you least expect it. Okay, now I'm picking, okay, starting a business, someone possibly getting a marriage proposal, or you're choosing to propose to someone. Maybe you're waiting to get a certain amount of money or something like that. But someone could also receive unexpected money, unexpected inheritance, money from an old job, money from some kind of old investment that you forgot about, something you signed up for. You no longer work for that company. You resigned, but you forgot that you signed up for some kind of investment, and it has been accumulating. So this Wheel of Fortune is bringing positive energy, and it's going to put you into leadership, in authority of your life, of your career. You will experience some kind of prosperity or abundance, okay, or information that's going to put you move those commas in your bank account and move you to a different tax bracket. It's going to be something to make you smile. You're going to be very, very happy. Whether you're about to get proposed to, somebody's going to surprise you, or you're someone about to propose to someone else. This union or this proposal will bring a lot of happiness and prosperity. Okay? Looks like you are marrying or proposing to someone who is of like-minded energy. You could be someone who is very business savvy. Confirmation. You could be someone very business savvy. You believe in entrepreneurship. You believe in working for yourself, making your own money. This could be something you've been into, even since a youngin'. I'm hearing a small child. Maybe, back, when you were younger, maybe you were the kid on the block that sold candy, potato chips, or juices. You were always getting your hustle on. Maybe you were that person in high school who was the barber and all your friends came to you and you cut their hair, or you was the girl in high school who did the ponytails, and you always had a hustle and that bustle about you. You were the kid with the paper route, everybody playing in, summertime you got a paper route, you got a summer job. You've always had this hustle about you. You're not a lazy person. And it's something about all that you've experienced and endured in life, meaning the work of being a self-starter. You could have even been, oh wow, the type of person that came home to your parent like, hey, mom, dad, I got a job, at a very young age, and they like, you got a job? What you? We want you to focus on books. No, I know I'm 14, but I got an after school job. And they like, huh? Yeah, just sign this permit and I'll have my own, So a very ambitious person, and your energy of being a go-getter, even from being a small child, Spirit is saying, is paying off. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is here. This wheel is turning because it's like it's been greased and oiled over time. Every job you ever worked, every time you chose to, maybe, like I said, maybe you sold candy or chips or snacks as a hustle to make extra money. There's nothing wrong with that. When you were in grade school, middle school, high school, maybe you were someone that, I'll wash your car, pay me. It's nothing wrong with that. Earning your own money. You had a paper route. You had something going on. Maybe you were the bag boy at the supermarket. There's nothing wrong with that. You've always had something going on. You were that person willing to go rake some leaves, and you didn't see that as something as being ashamed of. You're like, no, I'm about to go rake these leaves and shovel the snow, and when I finish, I'm gonna have a pocket full of money. So you were the kid, and especially if you had siblings. You were the kid where everybody looked at you in the window, maybe walked down the street with the shovel on your shoulder, but you came back with a stack, and everybody was like, "Ooh, give me some, buy me some chips, give me $1, buy me a juice." You like, and you looking at them like, y'all know y'all could have been out there with me, right? But no, y'all want to watch me from the window. Okay, so all of that energy of you being not lazy in your life, a self-starter, I'm picking up somebody, you took the initiative. Like nobody had to tell you go get a job. Nobody had to tell you go clean your room kind of energy. You were the type of person, get up, make your own bed. You're one of them. You're one of them people. Very smart. It's like what they say, he or she is ahead of their time. Very smart, very wise. Maybe people used to tell you, in your youth, like you had like an old man or old lady. People would tell you this, and of course, you've been here before, Tina Marie. You've done this many a times before. You've been here before, and a lot of your wisdom from past lives you've carried with you. And so, very mature, very mature. Yeah, with the Ace of Swords here, very mature. Always receiving new ideas of how to hustle, of how to get to the bag. Very creative and a very good communicator as well. People could also compliment you like, that's, that's your son, that's your daughter, as well. Or, oh, you speak so well. Oh, ma'am, you speak so well, sir. I like the way you present yourself. You receive a lot of compliments. There's something about the energy that you have pulled. You're someone very spiritually inclined as well, but you have pulled energy from past lifetimes of you doing this before. You've done this before, this human thing here before, and you've managed. Trying to explain this, to pull that energy, to siphon it, to harness it within your spirit and your soul, and you're utilizing it now here in this bubble on this timeline, and it's bringing you progress. It's oiled every attribute that you have been involved in, every achievement, every event. It has oiled this wheel, and the universe has no other choice but to turn in your favor. You've earned your right of passage. You've achieved it. You've done it. You've done it. You're doing it. You're done. You could also be the cousin or the sibling in the family that is looked at as the responsible one. You are that one that auntie and uncles, you need to be like your cousin so and so. You need to be like the collective. They're so responsible. You need, and your cousins look at you like, oh, he's bragging on him on the collective. They all right. They all right. Very beautiful energy. Oh, you have a beautiful spirit. Very loving, very kind. And you are a giver and you do help people. And that's another reason, but you're not naive with it. There's a difference between helping a person and giving a hand in life versus being gullible or naive. You're not naive. You have limitations and boundaries. And like I said, you're a very good communicator. You know how to speak up for yourself, but you do give back and you do help people, but you're not nobody's fool. You ain't nobody's fool. And very wise. Darn. You got me. Dang. You go now. This is beautiful. And so we have the star in the upright. So it's okay for you to shine. Shine on, and shine on. It's okay for you to be the star that you are. And you're not arrogant, but this is how you are seen. It's natural. It's innate. It's your innate abilities in you spiritually, emotionally, physically, the way you communicate, the way you flex your hecker, the way you walk, the way you talk, male or female. These compliments and positive energy that people know about you and speak about you, it's natural. It's not nothing you're forcing. And that's what makes it so beautiful. Okay. This cabbage patch is pouring the water, and then there's more water. There's more than enough abundance, prosperity. So, whatever it is you're working towards, that this wheel is turning and there's favor coming into your life, you're on the right timeline. You're taking the right steps. You're on the right path. So, don't feel like, am I doing this right? Or is this it? Yes, this is it. Sometimes you can put in work towards a goal for so long that when things finally pop, you will question yourself. Is this really it? Say a good example of this would be, maybe you're someone, when it comes to dating, you date people, but none of them match your fly, meaning they are all right, but they just not for you. Then when you finally meet that person, you're like, oh, is this it? This that one right here, this that one right here. So that's why I said earlier, somebody is going to propose. This reminds me of a veil this cabbage patch is wearing. I know it's not, but it reminds me, so the symbology there. Somebody's going to propose, or somebody's going to get married. Okay? Okay. Yes, but you're very spiritually inclined, very confident. A lot of vitality. I'm picking up a lot of high energy. You could be someone who's a healthy eater. You could be a vegan as well. Okay. This could be something you're just starting. You take very good care of yourself, male or female. Okay. Yeah. You're in a position where there will be a lot of, time for you to rest and rejuvenate. You and your spouse, or you and your family, or just you, whatever your lifestyle is. Okay. All right. You'll be able to rest. You'll be able to chill out. You'll be able to take those vacations. Maybe there's somewhere you wanted to travel, and maybe life did not afford you to go. And when I say afford, maybe timing, I'm picking up maybe, okay, you were working two jobs? Dang, collector. I'm picking up, and somebody said working two jobs. Okay. You were working a job and a hustle or something, just very busy. When I say life didn't afford, I'm not speaking of finances. Just you had so many responsibilities on your plate that you were unable to, book that trip. And if you did book the trip, you lose your deposit because you had work days coming up. Or if you didn't have work days coming up, maybe the kids need to be somewhere. If it's not the kids, it's something. Yeah, just life. Okay. Yes. You are an inspiration to those who are in the energy of the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Swords in the upright. You are an inspiration where people want to end the pain or issues that they are dealing with. And when I say end, they want to make a change in their life. So you are a true inspiration, whoever you are. And even if no one's never told you, sometimes people, they don't know how. Okay. Sometimes people don't know how, collective. Okay. Yeah. Bless their little heart. Yes. And so we have the Two of Wands here. And so you are taking action and you're setting goals consistently. When this wheel change, you're going to be the same you that you were, but turned up a notch. The Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Star, you're going to be turned up a notch. So the positive things people know about you now, it's going beyond that. At first it was, Oh, the collective, your family and everybody was, oh, they're so responsible. They just keep a job and take good care of themselves. Now it's gonna be like, oh, the collective then open another store. Not a collective worldwide. Oh, the collective then got married. Oh, it's going to be bigger, bigger and better. Okay, it's bigger. That's Jacqueline Carr. That's a gospel singer. Bigger. Okay, maybe you need to listen to that song. Very inspirational. Bigger. That's Jacqueline Carr. I think I pronounced it right. But either way, yes, you have the strength. The strength. All are welcome on this channel. Doesn't matter what your belief system is. Because I love some of this and some of that. Okay? I listen to all kind of music. Yes, I do. Gospel, techno, jazz. I listen to all classical, hip hop. I listen to everything. If it sounds good, I love it and I'm playing it. But you have had the strength. That's somebody need to know. You have had the strength and you're super strong, okay? This is how people are going to see you. You could be becoming world renowned or have some kind of business also where you'll be touching elbows and shaking hands with a lot of people in high places, elite energy, okay? People in high places, okay? Very beautiful, very beautiful. Yes, you're very inspiring. With the hermit energy here, there will be someone who's going to choose to make some kind of change in their life. This could be someone in your family you could be influencing. They may come to you and have a conversation and let you know that they're proud of you for and that you inspire them. But this is someone going into hermit energy and working on removing those webs. I'm about to say cobwebs. Moving those webs and cleaning their act up, cleaning their life up in whatever area is necessary for them. This person may have this conversation with you, collective, and let you know that they appreciate you just being an inspiration. And you may say to yourself, I'm not an inspiration. I'm just being me. But you being you is the inspiration within itself. You're very authentic. Who you are and what you present is not fake. You're not pump faking. I speak on that a lot. You're original. And there's somebody, I'm picking up family. This could be someone in your family. Maybe a cousin, a sibling, a niece, a nephew, someone younger than you, but they're going to let you know that you inspire them. And maybe you're going to inspire them to go to college. Okay, you can inspire them to focus on their grades, or okay, somebody you're gonna inspire somebody to change their behavior. That's wonderful. So maybe there is someone who's kind of rude and crude, with their personality towards their parents, and maybe you're going to influence that. But you're doing this influencing without even speaking to them. Just the example, the presentation of your existence is very impacting for people in a positive way. You make people want to learn, to take the time with themselves, to learn how to balance themselves. You are evidence, you are proof that change is possible. There are people who scream and shout and go into the cathedral and they talk about what they believe in, but when they get in situations, they forget about what they were screaming and shouting about. When life throws you a curveball and you feel like you're weak, you're sad, you're without, that's the time for you to tap into your belief system. That's the time for you to exercise your faith. Doesn't matter what your belief system is, but that is the time for you to, tap into that energy. Okay. But you are someone who just simply, you're a reminder, you're an example of what needs to be seen. You are an example, collective, of what hasn't been seen and what needs to be seen. Whether a person is religious, spiritual, an atheist, doesn't matter who you are or what you practice. You are proof and evidence of what hasn't been seen and what needs to be seen. And I'm picking up, all right, now we're going here. I'm picking up that you've been here many lifetimes before, as I mentioned several times, and you have harnessed your power and your energy and brought it back to this timeline. Ooh, we. You are chosen for this, collective. You're chosen for this. You could be someone who is a teacher. You could be a motivational speaker. You could have an interest in maybe becoming a psychologist or some kind of therapist. Maybe you're going to go to school for that. You could also be an author, someone who writes books, or you have an interest to write and publish a book. Self-help modules. Now I'm saying self-help modules, showing people how to heal, showing people how to forgive themselves and overcome different circumstances of life. Okay. You could be into spirituality. You could be into learning esoteric wisdom. You may not be, but your energy here is very beautiful. And they're telling me to say it again. Continue being the evidence of what has not been seen, and continue being the evidence of what has been seen. You keep a fine balance between it all. This is so beautiful. So you are chosen to be here at this time in particular. Just like I just spoke of, there is someone, maybe a niece, a nephew, or even if they're not related to you, someone is going to let you know that you inspire them. And it's going to make them change in a positive way. And even though you're not looking for that, everyone doesn't have to be in the limelight to fulfill their purpose or their contractual duties. What's written in the stars for you, doesn't matter who you are, will find you, especially, or will be not find you. Oh, forgive me, Spirit, for saying that. What's written in the stars for you is for you. It will not pass you by. You will be pivot and navigated towards your path when you are doing the work. And you're someone who has done and fulfilled, not only breaking generational curses or patterns. And I'm not saying it's 1,000 of them and you broke 1,000. You were assigned so many and you went beyond what you were required. And just because you are chosen and at this time to be awakened and then step into your purpose, it doesn't mean that you're better than anyone, but you're already aware of that. And that is connected. Hold on, collective. Got to get this out. That is connected to your gift of why you are here at this time on this timeline to be influential and motivational and impacting people in any kind of way. Because you're not haughty or arrogant. There's something about there are people, not everyone, but there are people who feel that they are chosen and that them being chosen makes them maybe superior over others. There's something special about you. There's something special about you. You're not arrogant or haughty. As I mentioned earlier, you are a giver, but you're not naive. You do things within a balance with the temperance here, and you do have boundaries that you enforce. Stay with me, collective. So the reason you're so mature and you receive all these compliments, because you've been here before and you are awakened. You're very consciously aware. You know who you are. You've harnessed energy from many, 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 many lifetimes before. And you come back. You've agreed to come back. To be this example, to do everything that you're doing. But every event of your life, just the observation of you is healing people. You're showing people how to heal, and being in your presence heals people. That is major. Spiritually speaking, energetically speaking. So that's why I mentioned you inspire many people. They may have not told you, and you're not looking for them to tell you. And the reason you're not looking for them to tell you, because you understand the assignment and you're not arrogant or haughty. You're very nice and beautiful. Your energy is very beautiful. Because I feel a lot of lax energy. Like. It's very beautiful. You touch my heart. You touch my heart. Yeah, you do. So beautiful. So not only are you a healer and a teacher, but your special gift is that you do everything within balance. You're not haughty or arrogant. And the repetition of you fulfilling the contract repeatedly, lifetime after lifetime, that's what's greasing the wheel. You've accumulated. You've accumulated success. You've accumulated prosperity. You've accumulated to be in the energy of the star and beyond. You surpassed your requirement. It's like taking a final exam and the highest score the teacher says is 400. You the one got a 480. Not only did you get all the answers right, it's written perfectly. Maybe you write in the paper. It's written perfectly. Everything is spelled correctly. Just you went beyond. And this is who you are. This is your gift. This is who you are. Whoo! Anytime you can make people want to come out of the energy of the Ten of Swords, you's a bad shut your mouth. You're very powerful. You could have people watching you and observing you who are fighting addictions, who are in domestic DV situations. You could have people who are going through financial hardships. You could have people who feel like they want to exit up out of here, but you're influencing change. And you're influencing change in people who may not be sharing it, but there's one special person or maybe several people who's going to, as you move forward, they're going to open up and talk to you. So it looks like on this wheel changing and moving, not only is it prosperity and money and marriage, not all of these things, maybe one or two. Take what resonates. You know your life, you know if you're working on yourself, and you know what kind of heart you have. You know if you're giving, you know if you're loving, you know if you're responsible. You know if you have several deja vu moments, and that's not actually deja vu, that's something else. That's a whole nother video. We'll get there. Stay with me. You've been here before. Go listen to Tina Marie. I've been here before. Whew. You've been here before. Six of Cups. Time and time again. Time and time again. In the past you is giving you information and downloads and helping you harness that energy here on this timeline, male or female, helping you harness it and change that salt into sugar and manifest and create and build and establish. I'm also feeling and seeing increased vitality. Increased. You've been in situations where you had to let go. And you did let go. Repeatedly, every assignment you are sent on, you understand it and you show up. You show up in a dimension that you agreed to be in, and you be throwing down, okay? What they say, she put her foot in them greens. You be throwing down. If it's learning about a love relationship, you go learn it, have that experience, conquer that, and move on. If it's learning to live or work around people who are not like you go learn that and move on. You one of them. You one of them. If it's learning to heal and let go people who hurt you, you go do that in whatever way works for you and you move on. So that's what I mean by the accumulation is greasing this wheel to turn. The universe has no choice. You done surpass. You're like an honor student, dude. You're like an honor student. You're a special kind. You're an honor student. You're valedictorian. You're the A-list student. You one of the college prep kids in college. You done got your associate's degree in high school. Or you done took a year worth of credits in high school. You ready. Then by the time you get out, oh, I'm just gonna go get 2-3 doctorates. 2-3 doctorate degrees. Who do that? The collective. Because they have the vitality. And they're being passed information. It's been harnessed onto this current timeline. Your connection is divine. That's why all through this read, this 10 of Cups energy has been conversed and distribute. This is all the read I've been talking about. In the reading, this is what I'm talking about. Harmony, love, prosperity, the 10 of Cups. This is what I'm talking about. That's because you have a divine connection. You tuned in, you tapped in. You know who you are. But many are curious, but their curiosity is leading them to heal. And this is beautiful. They like, I'm about to learn how to balance. If the collective can do it, I'm about to learn it. I'm about to learn how to be divinely connected. It takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, you hear a lot of repetitive words, phrases. Whoo, give me a minute. I got to be careful how I distribute the message. But things take time, collective. Nothing happens overnight, and it's not supposed to. We're not in a race. We're not here to compete. You have mastered yourself. You could be someone also who has mastered transitioning. I don't think I can say the other word, but you have mastered that. You're not in fear. You have conquered your fears. You know that it's false evidence appearing real. When you master yourself and you conquer these things, and these things can't be taught. These things can't be taught. You may read about them and get some influence, but this is practical work that you and the divine, you and your higher self have to do on your own in your own timing. Nobody is rushing you to get there. You understand that, though. The journey is continuous. You understand that. You know who you are, where you are, and that's why you understand what's going on. It's like you're walking in the matrix floating. You're not even walking, you floating. You levitating. I see somebody levitating, floating. That's what I'm seeing. Like that kind of energy. What's the matter? You need some of these? Kind of energy. Oh, it'll be okay. Relax. Have a seat. Want some tea? Very calm, very positive, and it's not fake. This is, you know how to play the game, man. Male or female. You know how to play the game. And it's not as deep as people think it is. You know, if you are around, it's true that if you are around a certain person a lot, you will accidentally pick up their habits. It's a good idea to clear your mind. It's a good idea to have a routine of clearing your mind. You're not the one to pick up somebody's habits. You're not the one to try to duplicate or imitate anybody. You're not anyone to carry on something. I'll give you a minute. You're that person. You're not ashamed of learning, of growing, of making mistakes. You're not afraid to ask questions. If it's something you don't know, you understand that none of us know it all. Nobody ever will. Nobody is perfect. There's no sense of trying to compare and compete with people. You understand all these things. It's like you done graduated beyond. You done pushed the envelope. Your ancestors are very proud of you. But you may be aware of this because I'm pretty sure you got a dream journal, a journal for your, I ain't got to tell you get one. You got one already. Who I'm talking to, you're very aware, you're very awakened. And you know who to gather with. You get it. You get it. And for someone, I'm hearing, even if I got to do this alone, I got this. Good for you. That's for somebody else. I'm picking that up. Even if I have to do this alone, I got this. Yeah, you do got it. And your spirit team got you too. That's why the pinnacle shows up. Okay? The pinnacle is there. This is expansion. This is steadfastness. Hard work expansion. And I just said the bragging that people do about you, you appreciate it, but this is natural. This is not nothing you pretend to be. I said the bragging is going to increase. Oh, the collective then expanded their business. Oh, the collective working with celebrities now. Oh, that, yeah. You could be somebody that just do eyelashes and eyebrows and end up just becoming filthy rich and famous. Just from doing lashes and eyebrows. I ain't even say makeup. Just from doing lashes and eyebrows, your work is just that good. We got the magician out here, don't we? Don't we got the magician out here? No, we don't have a magician out here. I thought we had a magician, but we got the star card out here. Yeah. Yeah. Become famous and world renowned just from doing lashes and eyebrows. And people be looking at you like, they don't do nothing but lashes and eyebrows, talking a lot of smack. But where did that get them? Somewhere you ain't. Somewhere you ain't. Message. Never mind the hater collective. You got the Hierophant out here twice. Twice. Spiritual wisdom, leadership, traditional. This also represents institutions. So maybe you're going to create some kind of business, some kind of spiritual business as well. You could be teaching. Like I said, some of you may be teaching someone. You're influential. You could be teaching. If not now, this could be something you want to do. And it's going to arrive. Someone may reach out to you and want you to work with them. Okay? Or assist them in what they're doing. And pay you for your time and services. There's nothing wrong with receiving pay. You know that money is your friend. Large sums constantly flow to your hand. Ashe? Ashe. And we have to start. You know what? Now y'all showing out. Y'all really want to show out. Look at this. Twice. The star energy twice. That means you are on the right path to keep going. This is confirmation. Never mind what people are saying. Look, let me tell you, you're going to have haters and naysayers. They're part of the program. They're part of the process. And their confirmation you're doing something right. Do not get mad at them. Let them do what they got to do. You stay focused on you. Let them do what they got to do. Let them talk about you. Let them do it. 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 Oh. Oh. This is a beautiful read. You got me rolling away from a read. from the read. I'm rolling away from it. Let me come back to the read. Oh, wow. I can't make this up. Y'all, I just said you are a teacher. You may become a spiritual teacher. You may become a school teacher, a college professor, whatever kind of teacher. It doesn't have to be spiritual, but I said you're very spiritual inclined for someone. Cards don't lie. And what she got in front of her? Male or female? Just because you see a woman here doesn't mean this reading is only for a female. Both feminine and masculine reside in all humans. From time to time, one may outlead the other, or from time to time, they just may remain balanced. Okay? But there's somebody watching who already know that. Whew. Yeah, got the hermit confirmed. Yep, somebody, twice, the hermit's out here too. Somebody's going to let you know that you inspire them. And you're going to be happy because this is somebody who really needed to make a change. And this isn't somebody you complained to or told them they had. They're going to do it just from watching you. And it's going to really touch you. You're going to be like, oh, I made you do that? Yeah. And I'm in school now and I got an A on my test and I got a scholarship. Yeah, I like seeing what you do. You inspire me. You're going to be like, wow, I did that. Yeah, you did that. It's part of who you are. It's part of who you are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, you have your regular, hater somewhere. Why is it that the collective keeps shining? Because they're not trying to project a tower moment onto anybody. They're minding their business. The collective go through situations, but the collective is minding their own business. They're not spending their currency wishing or hoping to hurt anyone or to harm anyone. I'm speaking to a collective that's really focused on their business. This energy out here is for someone very focused. They don't have time for hypotheticals, negative thinking. And if they do experience something, they know how to handle their business. They're resilient. They're resourceful. That's what the high priestess energy and the Hierophant is out here for. They are resourceful. They are resilient. 2 star cards out here. Come on, 2 Hierophants. The 10 of Cups, the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Swords. Stop playing. Stop playing. And plenty of Pentacles. Plenty of Pentacles. Plenty, 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 plenty. Action oriented with the Pentacles. Very nurturing and emotionally balanced. That's why it's important to know thyself. That's why it's important to master yourself. It's important to read. It's important to be okay with studying, researching. Stop worrying about what people think. Ask questions. Do what you need to do for you. Do what you need to do for you. Because this is what it looks like. And it looks good. All right, y'all really showing off now. I'm y'all doing too much. We know. Collective got money. I ain't gonna tell nobody unless they look at this read. The collective got the bun yun. Woo! This is so beautiful. So you've been here before. You've done this. The wheel is turning in your favor. Your ancestors and spirit is saying, keep moving forward. Continue to be high vibrational. Keep doing what you're doing. You already know what that is. They keep telling me that. I don't even have to tell you. But you have a purpose. You could be a teacher, an author, entrepreneur of some type. Anything that's in your heart or your mind, because you're tapped in. You've been here before. Maybe you're counting 6 lifetimes that you've been here before. 6 lifetimes, okay, maybe 60. Who knows? But you've been here before. And that's why you're so, you're very committed. And when you take action on anything, you do it expeditiously, like accurately and quick. Like if you're in a corporate setting, somebody come to you with 100 files at 8 a.m., and by 12 noon, you're like, y'all ready for lunch? With a smile on your face. Everybody else is like, oh, I'm tired. I need coffee. You're like, ready for lunch? Where you want to go? Lunch on me. Yay! That kind of energy. But it's beautiful. Oh, keep being an example of what needs to be seen later.